All right, so it is Monday morning, kind of early in the morning. We took out yesterday, got out of the building. We ran with the J&L boys, Randy and Doug, and Brad from Ozark Petroleum that has the red tank truck. Had a good time running across there with those guys. They tore off in Jackson, and I came on over to Little Rock and stopped for the evening. We're headed to Barrett Traders to drop this trailer off today, so we're going to do that. That's kind of the first journey on this trip after the Smoky Mountain Big Rig Showdown. Really great time at that show. Hope you check that video out because I feel like there's a lot of really good content on it. And the road to that show has some good content on it too. Anyway, we're back at it. Gonna do some time off this week, which I'm gonna include in this video, kind of some home life stuff. And some people have been asking me about shooting kind of where I came from. So I'm gonna try to shoot some of that while I'm in Forceburg. Forceburg's where I came from. So yeah, anyway, this is the first leg of that. Let's get on the road. Well, that was the first. I got Shanghai. Never really get pulled over in the show trucks. Today was different. And old boy was not buying what I was selling. He was nice, though. I'll give you that. Arkansas trooper in a blacked out car. Kind of an unmarked DOT, if you will. Really checked me out. He was nice about it, but I think he thought I was full of shit. But admittedly, hey, I guess I can see where he's coming from. But anyway, we got Shanghai a little bit. So, but we're back on the road. I did make a couple mistakes, so that's on me. But at the same time, we never get pulled over. So he pulled me over like 2 miles from the scale. I didn't even know there was a scale there. Why he didn't tell me to go to the scale, I don't know. But anyway, whatever. We're back on the road. Let's see if we can get to Brazil, Oklahoma, but now we're getting Shanghai again. We're driving 589s. We're on a little project this morning. I'm going to show you when we get over here. We got 3 brand new trucks, so we're taking care of those today. We're shooting some speedy and stuff like that. So let's run over here right quick and do this deal. I'll show you what's up, one of the processes to do. I'm not always involved in this process, but today it just kind of worked out that we were going to shoot media anyway. We had guys lined up to drive trucks. This is one of those days where everything's going to work out well and we can do it all in one run, which doesn't always happen. A lot of times I've got to shuffle them back. It would probably take me basically all day to do it. When I say by myself, I always need help with shuffling rides and stuff, but I'm saying like if I'm doing them all myself, it would take all day. But we're gonna get to knock them out in one go. So I'll tell you more about that when we get over here to the Loves is where we're headed. Loves is 2 exits away, maybe, something like that. All right, guys and gals, we are at the Loves. We got our 3 brand new trucks here. One's right here, the other one's right there, and the other one's right there. This is Chris. He's like our DOT compliance guy. Anyway, he's gonna help us get these weights. This is something we have to do when we get these trucks new. So we're gonna knock that out right quick. All right, so you can see we're on the scale. They're dialing it in. I don't really know everything about this, but we have these new setups that have a proportionate valve. I'm gonna show you that. It keeps everything equal. This gets us California compliant, and we're doing weights right now so that we can have our empty weights so we can get permits easier. I'll try to get one of the guys to explain it to you a little more in depth that are more knowledgeable on the situation than I. All right, so we didn't get to make videos at the scales. We are at Red Devil, 2 trucks, all 3 trucks are washed. One of them's getting a photo shoot right now. Matt's right out there. We're drying these 2 off, finishing them up, and then we'll get them moved out there and take some more pictures, and then we're gonna do some rollers. We got another driver coming. We can knock all 3 rollers out at one time. I'll try to explain the scale thing at some point in time. Just didn't get to do it today. We're just a little bit too busy and on a time crunch, so let's go. All right, so here they all are, the brand new ones in a line. We'll shoot a little bit of video with them. They're washed, towel dried, tire shined. Matt's already took pictures for them. We're just waiting to charge up a little bit and our other driver to get here, and we're gonna go do rollers of them. But yeah, there they are, 3 brand new 589s. We're gonna get all the rollers at one time and then take them back over to the yard where they're gonna get extremely freaking dirty again. But yeah, we got a few little issues to fix on them, which is becoming an issue. Guys, we got our 2 drivers here that volunteered. They didn't have a choice, we just made them. And we got these guys here. Who do y'all work for?
Today,
Southern Transport. And who's your driver you got over here? He's oh, you're not a NASCAR driver?
No.
Oh, shit. Be. Okay, well, what are we gonna do? We're gonna shoot some rollers?
Yep.
We're gonna do it. How excited are y'all guys to get involved in this today?
Oh, great.
Yeah, they're 10, level from 1 to 10, 9. Okay, well, everybody's pretty excited, as you can see. All right, we're gonna get this done. Not unusual at all at Red Devil and on any damn day. Bunch of Southern rides. Let's check this one out right quick. I've shown this truck many times. Desert Storm 2.0. So the original one was a flat top. Peterbilt, Steve built. We ended up buying. We changed a couple things about it, and then this is the 2.0 stand-up version of it. Anyway, you've seen it plenty of times. I'm not going to go over it a bunch, but it is here getting some stuff shot or getting washed up. So we might as well. I figured we might as well shoot a little bit of video of it right quick. Like, so there she is, Desert Storm 2.0. I always thought it was pretty cool. I always thought it was pretty cool that they had this on the mirrors. So, all right, there she is. The truck sessions again. It is Friday, the 7th, I believe it would be August 7th. We took some phone calls this morning. We lined up some stuff for Monday. We're rolling towards Forceburg, Texas, which is hometown for me. I don't get up that way very much, as you know, but I am the band this weekend. We've got the bass loaded up right here. A few little equipment pieces, amps at home. So, but anyway, we're taking the bass. In case anybody gives a crap about that, it is a Fender Precision P-Bass, as they call them. And it is a 1978 model, so it's exactly as old as me. I'm really intrigued with the instruments of that era. Bought that in Tulsa at the Tulsa Guitar House, I think is what it's called. And I really love it. So, but anyway, we got it in tow. A little bit of stuff, a little bit of wardrobe for that. Our Bigger's hat back there in the case, which I only wear when I'm playing music. It's not a cowboy hat. It's not a whatever. I don't know. It's an in-betweener. But anyway, that's what's up. We are rolling. Like I said, we took care of some business at the shop this morning. We're going to go over here for today, tonight, Saturday night. Probably drive the car through the parade, which we'll film that on here. I'll get a little bit of filming of us playing and that kind of thing. Maybe the setup. I don't know what it's like van life for Truck Show Joe, which I'm just Joe Eldridge at home, I guess. Anyway, and then Sunday we're going to roll back, grab our car and go to Tulsa. We're picking up a truck Monday, and it's back to business. We have a lot of discussing to do. We're going to iron out all of our communication problems up there. That's always kind of a learning curve, growing all the time, but we're real close to getting that streamlined, hopefully. More will come about that in the future. So, anyway, that's what we're doing. That's what's up. No trucking for the next 2 days, basically. We're just going to go kind of chill out a little bit. We'll go home and see my dog, Millie. I may put her on here. I never really showed her. We'll check her out. Kids are coming up. Hopefully I get to see them. Maybe we throw them on camera. Some people have been asking me to shoot some stuff about who is Joe Eldridge, where did I come from, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to try to do a story about that, but it's going to take me a little while. Some of this might be part of the segment that I use for that. You know what I mean? I might film some stuff to go towards the future of that episode. Anyway, that's where we're at right now. Getting ready to go to the Laid Back on I-55 show. So anything that's going on in the background, we ordered a lot of parts that are coming in to finish up the brown truck. The brown truck's basically done, but like I needed those dash things done. We've got some headlight bulbs we never put in. So there is some stuff to do to the brown truck still. It's basically done though. We're trying to get it perfect for no coast large cars, which is coming up in the future. The Laid Back on I-55 show, we've gotten very busy. So I may decide to not do that show. I really want to do it because James and them asked me to, and I told them I would. I really want to drive the purple truck up there. I'm actually enthused about driving the purple truck, but just a little bit of stuff going on in the personal life. It might make more sense to not go. So I don't know. I'm still feeling that out. I'm not going to call it till middle of the week this week. But whatever we end up doing, we'll have a good time. There's a couple reasons I would want to stay home personally. So, plus work is very, very busy. So, big meeting at Peterbilt on Monday about a lot of stuff. Obviously, that auxiliary transmission warranty and stuff is a big issue. So, anyway, that's what we're doing. That's what's up. Let's go to Forceburg, Texas. Hopefully, we can get through Dallas with no issues. We're at the right time of day that we should just skate right through there. So, all right, see y'all guys later on. Let's go. All right, so we are indeed in Forceburg, Texas at the Casa. We are going to go see, so it's afternoon Friday. We're going to go determine, what we're about to do is going to determine how the rest of the weekend kind of goes for us. We're going to go try to start the O-Car. If O-Car starts, which I think it will, allegedly, assumably it will, we're going to get it out of the barn, pull it up here in the yard, and tomorrow we'll wash it. We may take it for a little test drive first, I guess, and then we'll wash it and get it ready to go to the parade tomorrow. If it won't start, then I guess we're not going to the parade, and that kind of honestly secretly makes my life easier but hopefully it does start. And then we're going to load some stuff out of that garage to put in the truck to go do the band thing too. So anyway, all right, let's go see what happens. Well, as you can see, it looks as though we've got a little washing and detailing to do in the morning. She did indeed crank up. Just a backstory, if you haven't seen this before, this is my grandpa's old car. This is a 1950 Ford convertible. You have to specify that, because if you say 1950 Ford, people think you say 1954. But it is a 1950 Ford convertible. Now everybody says, well, what is it? Is it a Fairlane? Is it a... No, they didn't really have names for these cars. They're commonly referred to as a shoebox. Shoebox Ford. It is a custom, which has to do probably with the interior and stuff, in my opinion. But there's a car. Pretty dirty at this point. This car's pretty much all original. I'll flip the camera around and walk you around it right quick. Alrighty. So, classic front end on these things. 1950, beautiful car. Flathead V8 in this. Does have a little bit more updated radiator in it with an electric fan, which is very necessary in Texas summer parades because you will get hot. So way better working radiator. However, I would like to put in a more original one someday in this. But anyway, here's the car. Unfortunately, we've acquired some seating issues. As you can see here, something happens when things set, at least around here. So we're going to vacuum all that out, throw a towel down back here in the back. Front seat's still really good. And we'll clean all this up, wash her down. You can see she just gets a little bit of dust on her. So, but yeah, there she is. This does have what they call a Continental kit. If you aren't familiar with those, that's what this little kit is. Extension off the back, and it gave you a spare tire. And that like pivots up out of there so you can open the trunk. Wasn't a fan of that when we first got the car, because these have a sexy rear end. You know, you can see the tail section here, and then this bumper would just go into place up there. The Continental kit kind of bumps into where the factory bumper would be. It did have fender skirts on it too that kind of completed the bottom, but I don't know, I thought it looked a little better with them off. I do still have them. We talked about taking the Continental kit off at one point, but hey, a lot of people love it, so just kind of left it. But convertible 1950 Ford with the flathead V8 in it. It's a 3-speed on the column, so 3 on a tree, if you're familiar with that. But anyway, there's the car. Pretty straight, pretty original car for the most part. So I checked the vitals on it, so it's got water and it's got oil in it. Probably run this down the road just for kick's sake, at least to the stop sign and back, which is not very far up the road there. Just to make sure she don't go to hicking up and that kind of thing. But then we'll wash it. We got a little pressure washer right there, and we'll soap and wash it down tomorrow and get her cleaned up just before the parade. So I brought a few cleaning products home, so we'll run over those right quick. Anyway, there she is. Enough about her. Probably shoot some video of her coming through the parade tomorrow and that kind of thing. But she did crank right up. This car has been pretty dependable after we got some of the bugs worked out. Had a lot of trouble with the carb at first. About every 3 or 4 shows, we'd have to rebuild the car, but we figured out pretty quickly that it had a homemade gas tank in it that was very rusty. So since we've changed to that newer style gas tank, we haven't had a lot of problems. So thank goodness. Yeah, so all right, we'll see what the rest of this project gets us into. All right, so it's official. She did make it to town and back. We grabbed an ice cream while we were in town. Saw some people, the deals, Jack C, Jack Carroll, Jack Carroll, I don't know, Jack C, Jack Carroll deal. Anyway, and Jewel, haven't seen them in a while, so that was really good. Anyway, here, let me tell you about the car. I took this to a lot of shows for my grandpa. This is kind of the car, the introduction into shows for me. So becoming Truck Show Joe was Car Show Joe, taking this car for my grandpa to the shows. What do we got crazy going? My beard's always got something crazy going on in these YouTubes. Anyway, so back to regular scheduled programming. Now, so what I want to say about this car is, I took this to a lot of shows. I've driven it a pretty good bit. And this is my synopsis. That's not even a word. This is my rundown on this car. This thing rides amazing. It's amazing to me in 1950 that we were building a car that drove that good. Is it a little all over the road? Sure. That's probably just with time. But as far as the suspension and the ride goes, phenomenal. Now, this car's not fast. It's not a hot rod, even though it might have been at the time. And you could do some work to it and definitely bring it to life quite a bit. But what an interesting car to drive.
And I can't help but take myself back in time. If you bought this brand new in 1950, I promise you, you were taking it to your friend's house. You were letting people drive it. You were just going on and on about what a great product it was. What a phenomenal piece of equipment that the Henry Ford and them were putting out in 1950. And when you really look at it, yes, we've got all the modern things, the air conditioners, the digital screens, and all that. And I like all that. I'm definitely a proponent of all that. But we really haven't come that far because this thing drives amazing. So it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy when you look at the economical times of what it cost them to build this car back then, what they were selling it for, what you could purchase that before and have it on the road versus what you get for the money nowadays. And I'm not knocking cars nowadays. I'm just saying if a Corolla costs 20, a Corolla will not drive and ride as good as this thing right here. Now, obviously it has all the creature comforts, and it would be pretty mind-blowing to jump in this and go to California, even though that's what they did at the time. It would be hard for me to wrap my head around getting in that and going to Cali. But at the same time, what a cool product and what a cool time in America when they were building that. So that's all I'm gonna say about it right now. Did great. We're gonna wash it up in the morning. We won't have any problems. Usually I can tell by now if it was hiccuping and acting a little weird if we were gonna have problems. Of course, something could always go wrong, but we topped a little bit of antifreeze off. Oil was good. Might check the oil in it again since we drove it to town. But other than that, car's ready to go. And we'll get it washed up tomorrow and she'll look completely different. Boom. All right, change the plans. So we changed clothes, changed the cap so we wouldn't get dirty. Got the Crocs on. It's a little bit cloudy, so it's not hot as hell right now. And it would make way more sense to wash this right now so that the water can dry overnight. So we're gonna set up and spray this thing off, soap and water it, get it down. And then tomorrow we just gotta wipe it down. So that makes way more sense. So that's what we're gonna do. That gives us all night for the water to go away. And we're not trying to dry it down and water coming out of cracks and stuff like that. So let's do it. So we did indeed dry the paint down with the chamois. Just the paint, windows. See a spot where I got my arm on it right here. That would have came out with a quick detailer. We might as well get it. Anyway, we chamoised all the paint stuff. We'll do all the chrome with like glass cleaner or something. Anyway, there she is. I'm sure somebody's gonna pick me apart for getting water on the interior, but it's just as dirty inside as there is outside. And if you've ever been around these cars, the tops don't exactly go up super fast. So if you get caught in the rain, you get a little wet inside. It's not like this car's never been rained in. So, and I pretty moderately got water in it. So we'll wipe down the interior in the morning. I think the paint's gonna dry pretty fine. We don't have the best water here. Could be some water spots, but I have some stuff that'll take care of that. We might real quickly dry it down, finish drying it down. But basically, pretty washed up, ready to go. We'll just clean the interior, clean all the window, clean the chrome in the morning, do a full wipe down on the paint, and she should be dialed. So there you go. Let's go. Next step. All right, so it's Saturday the 8th. Car's pretty clean. We did edited videos all night last night, or most of the night last night. Almost got that ready to go. It's all loaded. I got to go through and edit it. I guess I'm lying. I didn't edit. I just loaded. But anyway, we're going to try to clean the interior of this car up right quick. Not exactly sure the best plan. First of all, we got to vacuum it out, so we're going to do that first, and then we'll worry about how to get the seats done. So let's go. Step 2 was I took some lukewarm water and wiped all the interior down just to get that mucky dirt off of it. Now it's drying and it looks pretty much terrible, but we're gonna hit it with some stuff I've got. I think what I got here is rubber vinyl plastic from Renegade, but that'll just armor all, basically just brighten it all up. We'll hit the dash with some paint detailer, clean the windows, and then I'll carry the detail spray for me and detail it in the parking lot up there. We're supposed to park by 9:30. Parade doesn't start till 10:30, so I'll have some time to wipe the whole car down. But basically that's what I did. I didn't time lapse that. So we vacuumed all the stuff up out of the floor. Unfortunately, at the other place it was parked, the rats got in there and really tore up the seat and chewed up a bunch of pieces. So we're definitely gonna have to put some stuff out in it to slow that down in the future. But I mean, definitely we got some upholstery work to do at some point, sometime. I'm gonna lay a towel down back there so it just kind of hides it, masks it. yeah, there we go. Let's detail it. So if y'all noticed, I did use some quick detailer on this side of the hood. It's some brand new stuff. You noticed it didn't have a label on it. I'm trying it out for the first time. So I wanted to see how it worked before I tried to use it in my dash. So I was just getting a read on it. But I also wanted it to sit on there for a minute and kind of see what it's gonna do. But like right now, just looking at it, it looks way slicker on this side than that side, I think. Once I get it out in the lot, I don't know. But we'll wipe the whole thing down when we get up to the parking lot. So dash is done, seats are done, windows are done, pretty much done other than quick waxing. So. All right, so here's the car. We are all clean. We do need to tire shine. We're gonna pull forward a couple inches and tire shine. But other than that, we're done. Gloss the paint up. Detailer works pretty dang good. So I'm pretty happy about all that. So yeah. In front of the Forstburg School, as you can see behind us, and we are representing the Forstburg Watermelon Festival with some vintage stuff here. Vintage cap. Kelsey, tell us where you got this shirt.
I don't remember what it's called, but some vintage place in Denton.
A thrift. She's vintage thrifting in Denton and found this shirt, which you were looking for a red shirt to come to this event.
Yeah,
and not only
I found a red shirt.
A red shirt that is from here. That's about 40 miles away, to be clear. This is Zach. Zach's helping us detail. This is our team. Car's done behind us. So there you go. We're going to do the parade. As you can see, lots of other floats, cars, decorated up stuff. So yeah. All right. Thumbs up, team. All right. So we're in the parade. Kelsey's excited. Zach's even more excited. It's hotter than hell. Our air conditioner is working as good as it ever has, but it's just not keeping up. So, all right, here we go. What it's like to drive a 1954 convertible.
How long?
Kelsey, do you think your hair's gonna get messed up?
No.
It's gonna be fine?
Yeah.
Zach, what do you think about her hair? Natural. Yes. Okay, well, you could have sat up here with us. All right, was a success. We, old girl made it to the parade and back. We saw a bunch of people in town, had a hamburger in town. Kelsey, how do you feel about our vintage Watermelon Festival wear? Feel like we killed it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put this back in the closet till next year.
Me too.
Okay, fair enough. Zach, what did you think on your first, not the first one you've been to, but kind of your first Watermelon Festival outing?
Man, it's warm. More people in Forstburg than I thought.
Yeah, there's quite a few that come out once a year.
Pretty neat.
Hopefully all of them come to the dance tonight.
Backseat drivers.
Backseat drivers, yeah. All right, cool. We'll see y'all. All right, so we got everything loaded up. We're back. The car did what it was supposed to do. We're back here. We loaded up the music stuff in the back, parked in the shade. So we've got our amp in there. We've got our cabinet in there, amps in there, cords are in there, stands are in there. Won't put the bass in there until we leave. Normally I would go set up about 4 or 5 in the afternoon. But there's a little bit of a change on the dance floor. There's no top anymore, so it would just be out in the sun. So we're gonna wait till 8 or 9. The rodeo goes late. We won't go on stage till 10:30, so that gives us plenty of time to set up. So we're gonna meet up there a little bit later versus earlier. Only real advantage to going earlier is the fact that there's nobody in the way, and we can just back right up in there and unload it. I might have to carry something a little bit, but there'll be plenty of people standing around. I'll make them help me. So we'll do a quick unload, run in, set everything up, and play tonight. So right now we're gonna stay in the air conditioning because it's hot as shit. We're gonna go grab something to eat in a minute with some friends, and then we'll come back to the rodeo. All right, so check this out. It is raining its ass off. I just had the car out here. We had to run it to the barn and get it put up. Barely made it in time, and it is falling a flood right out there. Lots of lightning. Jeez. Luckily, we did not go set up the equipment, which I never imagined it raining. It never rains here this time of year. But hey, we'll take it. Might cool it off for the night. Let's go. Look at that. Jeez. Standing beside that backhoe right there one day, I almost got struck by lightning. I'll tell that story someday on here. Yeah, this is what's up. It is falling a flood. So get after it. We'll take it. If that'll cool it down, if it'll stay kind of cloudy for the rest of the day, it could be pretty cool and pretty damn nice tonight. Or if it goes away and the sun comes out, it could be really nasty. So we'll see what happens. All right, so we're meeting some friends in the next town over, which is St. Joe, Texas, for a little pre-gaming. You saw the storm and the weather. It's still cloudy out. If it'll stay cloudy for another hour and a half, 2 hours, could be a very nice evening weather-wise, which would be great for us. So I'm kind of hoping that holds out and the sun doesn't come out and just bake all that rain into like an oven. But I think we might, I got my fingers crossed, I think we might look out here and get a beautiful night, which doesn't happen a lot this time of year in Texas in August. But we'll see. Anyway, we're gonna grab a little bit of dinner and then we'll be back over there and we're gonna set up. I'll film some of that stuff, I think. And then of course I'll get you a little coverage from the show. Pretty good day today. Got to hang out with the kids, as you saw, and really driving that old car was a pretty good time. I wish I could do that a little bit more. So anyway, that's it. That's what's up. Let's do it. Well, we're here. New deal. No roof at the rodeo anymore. We're gonna set up in this corner right here. Ian's here. Let's go. Things look much different, as you can see. Band's pretty much set up. Let's flip around and look at that. Yeah, there's the business end for me. PA, Mike for me, Mike for Larry. He got his guitar and amp set up. I'm over here. We set up really tight. We like to be pretty tight instead of spreading out across the stage. Keeps everybody where everybody can hear. Ian's setting up the drums, got the PA. Mostly plugged in. We got a few more chords to run. But yeah, put it together pretty quick. Rodeo's going on in the back. I'll show you all a little video of that in just a minute. All right, the kids are going in for the Crafts Campbell. We're going to check it out.
Back.
No!
Brady Deal's gonna whoop you.
He's got to catch me first.
Hey, he's tougher than you.
You bet.
Yeah.
He's tougher than $2 steak.
You bet.
I tell you what.
Why?
Let's try it. Well, you know what?
Why?
Ain't nothing like second chances. I've had a lot in my
Right,
life.
here
Hey,
we go.
what do you say, kids? Are y'all ready?
I think they are.
Okay, here's the only rule.
Yeah.
Only rule.
Yeah.
Bring me the knot of the ribbon.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Y'all release the beast. On your mark, get set, go! Hey, if you got the knot, bring it to me. If you got the knot, bring it to me. Come here.
Everybody
Come on.
else,
Come on.
stop.
You got a ribbon, bring it here. Who's got the knot? Oh, man. Looky here. Hey, look, pal. Let me see your ribbon. Let me show you something. I've been breaking hearts for 31 years now, okay? Listen. You see your ribbon? Slick all the way down. Hold that. Don't run away. Now, look right here what this boy brought me. You see that piece right there? That's a knot, ain't it? We agree on that? Hey, I appreciate you trying, son. You did a heck of a job, okay? But this man right here just won, okay? Hey, what's your name, pal? What? Raylan? Raylan? Where are you from, pal? Hey, he's from Texas.
That's awesome.
Hey, my favorite singer, Ray Wiley Hubbard, said the same thing.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about what he said after that. Have a good night, buddy. Good job.
As the right about here, we go there. Now, fashion and she. Ladies and gentlemen, you bullfighters, lead. As we move over to the other side, we go to the cowboy, the Star Heatner. John the Bull, we call the Black Sabbath. All right, in Fort Worth, Texas. As the cowboy flies up on that bull. As he gets set to go the run.
Well, the gig's in the bag. I didn't have anybody to film, so we didn't get any coverage. But hey, we knocked it out. Dance floors, everybody left. We kept them dancing pretty much the whole time, so I'm happy about that. Everything went pretty good for a band that doesn't ever practice but once a year, so can't really go wrong. All right, band's done, rodeo's over. We unloaded the pickup. We were back on the road. We just swung through and saw my mom in Denton, Texas. Try to swing through here when I'm in town. It doesn't always work out, but it did today. And we're gonna roll back to East Texas. We got to get back so we can meet up for a car rental because we're going to Tulsa tomorrow. So our trip home was very short. Yeah, so back at it. Let's go.
All right, good morning. It is, I don't know, 4 in the morning. This is Monday, August something or another. 10th, 11th, 12th, I don't know. We are in the rent-a-car. You know, I think we can go this way right here. Actually. Anyway, we are headed to Tulsa. So we're driving a little Camry here, a little blacked out Camry. Nice little car. So we're gonna go to Tulsa. Let's go. All right, it's a little bit later in the morning, about 8 a.m. We're pretty close to being in Tulsa. I do want to say I get the privilege to rent a lot of cars. And this Toyota Camry, I don't know what year it is, probably a 27, I would guess. It's got about 16,000 miles on it. This is a very nice driving car. I am kind of a Toyota fan, but just simply because they work. They kind of don't mess up. They do everything you need them to do. Is it the nicest car I've ever driven? No. But it'll do everything I need to do. Throw a shout out, best rent-a-car I ever had, Subaru Crosstrek. And I hate to even say that, but that thing drove amazing and rode amazing. So, driven some pretty nice stuff. Drove a van the other day, the Pacifica. Thing was pretty nice too. So, shoot. Anyway, just thought I'd throw that out. Anyway, we're gonna go up here and get picked up at the car rental place, and then we'll be over having meetings the rest of the most of the day with Peterbilt, getting some stuff lined out, and picking up a brand new truck. So another brand new one. Let's go. All right, rental car is dropped off, and we are at Rush, Tulsa. See you right there. We're gonna go, we've had a little bit of a meeting already, and we're going over here to check out a few more things. I'm gonna tell y'all what we're doing and why we're here and what we're trying to fix. Probably by the time you see this video, this truck will already be on the internet. Maybe, maybe not. This could be a sneak peek. Nardo Gray with University Purple. Beautiful little rig. So let's talk about it and get into it right quick. All right, I don't know if y'all know this or not, but switches aren't switches anymore. Basically, all this does is turn on a signal to the computer that lets it know you want to do something. And it also lets it know kind of what you want it to do, because it's assigned for that purpose. So when you flip on the strobe light, it says, hey, something's trying to turn on. The computer says, what is it? Oh, this is a switch that's supposed to turn on the strobes. Let's turn on the strobes. But some of the switches don't work that way, and some of them do. So what the deal is here, what we're doing is trying to make these where they fit. So here's the strobe light, but the other strobe lights over here, I want them to be side by side. I want them all to be on the same switches. So we're fixing to make a map diagram of the dash and get that lined out so every truck's the same. We've been having a lot of trouble getting that done. We also have another function that we want to run, and we want to use one of these guarded switches. By guarded, I mean these right here. But it ends up being over here. So we want to get that moved into one of those. But apparently some of these switches won't do that. So we're having a meeting with the tech guy today to find out what switches we can do what with and how we can move them around. So we're also ironing out. So we did a CB delete kit because everybody's taking the CB out. They're not even using it. Now, while I deleted the CB, I get a coax, I get an external speaker plug, and I even get this handy dandy little deal to clip a CB in. But what I don't get is a power cord. No power cord up there. Now the same old little connections that they've had for years are up in there. You can find them. There's a red and black post up in there. But the next version of these, what we really were trying to do is move the location from there to here. There is an option for that comes with a little mount. And it does come with your red and black post on it and an adjustable set of brackets to mount the CB right to. That's what we were trying to get done. Little miscommunication on, you got to do a CB delete and then add that. So anyway, it's just playing a game with Peterbilt basically, but we're trying to get all that ironed out. So it's right. The next couple trucks we have coming in, we'll already have that option. I'll show that at some point. But yeah, here's the truck, brand new 589. We're going to get out and talk a few more things about it, and we're going to start an email chain so there's no more confusion between trucks. Because I have a truck number for these and they have a serial number. So while they're calling it truck 401, I'm calling it truck 145. So we're going to line that out in the emails as well. Anyway, we're going to jump out and see what we got.
right, so what did we just do, Steve? We just drew a map.
We just
We just mapped
programmed
out.
a new map for NASA.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's
Yeah,
pretty serious.
So we're part of SpaceX too. They're calling next week. All right, so this girl just pops in the sun. Stevie's right there doing his YouTube video of it. So while we're filming YouTube here, he's filming YouTube back there. So you'll see a video on this probably today. I don't know. I don't know when he drops those. Probably pretty soon though. Anyway, yeah. Colors turned out really good on this, so super happy about that. Anyway, he's down there taking pictures. You can see him at work. But right there. Yeah, we're gonna let him do his thing. We're gonna get our stuff ready, and we are ready to rock. Alrighty, so we are done. We are gonna hit the road. Let's go. Guys and gals, we are back. Southern truck pulling in right there. Hey, truck is here. These colors really pop. So really happy with how this combo came out. And everywhere I stopped, people like come over and talk to me about it. So cool rig, but here she is at the shop. Everybody's home. We're gonna grab a pickup and go to the house. Anyway, she's delivered and we're back. So on to part number 2, meetings in the morning. All right, well, we're not in my pickup, we're in a company pickup, but another pickup session. We are on our way to the office. It's about 6:30 in the morning. We're gonna get there early. We have a meeting fresh at 7 with the boys. We gotta discuss some things. So we're gonna knock that out, see if we can get this new truck stickered up, rigged out, and then we'll shoot some pictures and videos of it, hopefully tomorrow. And then we're still getting ready to go to the show, go look at what we really need to do with that. I know I need to do some cleaning on the mats. We may give that a wash before we go up there. We're gonna call up and see what wash capabilities we have up there in the area for the laid back on I-55 show. So, yeah, let's go see what we're gonna get into over here. All right, so parts haul, got some boxes in. We're gonna get to what those are later. They're doing some construction in here, getting a new desk on this side. Shop's kind of full today, 589. K-Dub, everybody always asks if we have them. Yes, we do, but not a bunch. Anyway, we're gonna catch a ride back to our other pickup and come back and grab all these parts. So lots of driving around. All right, so I loosely discussed this the other day. I'm gonna go into a little more detail on it, but keep in mind, I'm not super knowledgeable about these things. This is not the type of truck that I normally would drive. I don't know a ton about them, but I've mentioned it, so I'm gonna talk about it a little bit more. So the other day you saw us doing weights on these to get California legal, get permits for California. Here's another key component to that part, okay? So this right here normally would have a regulator right here that you would dial. Just put your axle down and you can regulate the weight. This here is a proportionate valve. This is something new that we're running. There you can see it, that's what it looks like. You can get these mounted under the frame. There's a couple different ways to do it, but basically what this proportionate valve does is it makes all of these axles right here, your 3, proportionate, okay? So if there's X amount of pounds on this axle, or it goes by pressure in the bags, then there's this much pressure here, then there's this much pressure here. What that is for, and the reason they did that on these trucks is because forever it's kind of been known that you can manipulate your weight by using this axle. So generally you're stretched out when you're doing one of those projects, okay? So what you could do is when you had your trailer on and you pulled your truck on the scale, you could take and push this axle down and push some of your weight back onto the trailer so your axle seemed right here, okay? Then when you pulled forward and got your trailer on, you could lift this up and the weight would come back on the truck and you can manipulate how much was on your trailer. So this wouldn't be over axle when it was on the scale, and then when it was off the scale and the trailer was on, it wouldn't be over axle. And you could do that by regulating it or picking it up completely, pushing down more pressure, taking pressure off. California said, hey, that's bullshit, we don't want you doing that. So they made it where you would have to get out and regulate your pressure. You couldn't have it in the cab. Now they went to, you know what, you don't even need to be regulating it all. Use this proportionate valve where it makes it all proportionate so there's just one level. So that's what that is. That's something new we're running. So they were doing weights and adjusting that for the first time to get the axle weights right. And that's why they were only weighing the back of the truck. So I just wanted to explain that. I kind of left that undone the other day. So this is just a recap on that. I'll probably throw this in the video in order. Like, even though this happened right now, later I might put this in with the other stuff so it makes sense. But anyway, here's this truck. We got our pictures all done. I'm gonna do a quick video on this that you can catch in another segment called the 589. Did they get it right or wrong? I'm gonna start filming that right now. The sticker girl's here, she's right there. She's doing that truck over there, which is a special project, sneak peek again. And yeah, so there you go, this is it. All right, so as you can see, we're gonna get in and do this other part of this video right now. Okay, so usually we wait a day or two till we get the stickers and chains and get these rigged out. But Matt, the video photographer guy, is going out of town to Utah to a show, and he's leaving tomorrow. So we're gonna shoot this one with no stickers, we'll just take the pictures a little more constructively where you don't really see that. And by the time all that happens, I'm going to be headed to a show, and a driver's coming to get this truck, so it's going to be gone, so we may not get a chance to shoot it again. So we're going to take care of it right now. Let's go. Project truck sneak peek right there. Legacy 379. Well, this is the new whip here. Like I said, we're going to get pictures and stuff of it. There's a truck coming in the gate, so we're going to need to park right here. This place gets very busy sometimes. All right, here we go. All right, we got ready to be able to touch up our tire shine, and we're meeting with this. Hey, are y'all the Uber? Y'all Uber looking for Joe? Yeah. Hey, is this so this is the new version, right? So this is Uber videos. Yeah, you can actually get a film crew. You can rent a film crew to shoot rollers for you. So
Almost like a pet taxi.
Yeah, like a pet taxi. Yeah, like a pet taxi. All right, what would y'all rate this experience 1 to 10? You think it's going to go good or bad?
10 out of 10 always goes good.
10 out of 10 always goes good.
Oh,
Oh,
solid.
check it out. Southern Transport's finest right there. One of the oldest working winch trucks we have. Anyway, back to regular schedule program. We're getting on the road. We're going to shoot rollers with these guys. Let's go. You know, in the middle of all this, I thought I might add another part of my job. We've been on the phone with Lifetime this morning for a special project we're working on. We've been on the phone with Peterbilt Steve about 4 times, semi-casual. I wish I could film all the phone calls that I'm making between all this stuff going on. But anyway, that's what it's about. That's what we're doing. Let's get it done. Let's go. So admittedly, the lighting's bad, but here's the towers in downtown Kilgore. We do some shots here at Derek's, actually is what I should say. But there's the truck. Sun's not really cooperating, so we're working around the clouds right now. The shade and everything, but this is a spot we don't shoot at a lot, so we decided to bring this truck down here because it kind of pops a little different. So in typical normal fashion, guess what I just got a call about? They need this truck back because the girl's there to put the decals on it. She wasn't gonna be able to come today, or that's what they thought. So anyway, yeah, whatever. So we're headed back to the shop. She's actually gonna detail it. We got our pictures and rollers done with no decals, whatever, cool. It's done. Like I say, Matt's got to go tomorrow. We were on a timeline. We did what we needed to do. So let's go put this truck back up. All right, so not on the job description, but we're gonna go test drive this unit right here. Apparently they did some mechanical work on it. Need somebody to test drive it right quick. So we are the test crash dummy. So we're gonna go do that. Let's go. All right, guys, every now and then your friends come into town. Big Ryan swung by. Cool trucks dropping by to see us. These things are really cool. If you don't know O'Farrell, check out their trucks. They're bad at the moment. He was passing through town. We're catching up. We're gonna talk about it. Anyway, cool people come to see us. All right, so Kelderman wrapping. Nice little tape they got there. Anyway, bunch of foam stuff in here. Now, unfortunately, as you can see, these are actually very dang heavy duty. Look at those. So I feel like this is a pretty dang good little bracket setup. However, unfortunately, they are very nicely powder coated or something. Unfortunately, they're not brown, which kind of is a hindrance, but we'll fix that eventually. We have several things now we've had to change. So we've got some unpainted parts under the hood, so we're gonna have some more. But yeah, I will say Kelderman builds some tough ass shit, man. So I will say that about them. Those are heavy duties. So anyway, we're gonna look at installing those and get back to hood guides, and we'll probably just try to figure out how to make our straps work on the back side of this. Maybe like maybe we can drill a hole here and just put our straps on this to go up to hook to the hood, or put it actually on this thing. I think it actually just has, I can't remember if the latches swing from the bottom or the hooks, but we'll just try to figure it out somehow to do the hidden mount incorporated with these. Okay. All right, cool. That's what we're doing. It's hot as heck. I was going to do a few things here, but I think I'm actually going to go back to where it's cool and regroup. So, yeah. Brown Chuck, we got some new parts within with it. We're going to work on it next week. Tomorrow, we're going to come down and get ready for the show. Got the X cleaned up. Look how good it looks. Man, that truck is so nice. So good when it's clean. So, got it back clean. Need to get this girl back clean, though. All right, so admittedly, I haven't talked about it a lot, but we broke one of these, which is a hood guide for the 379. The welds broke on it. Not sure exactly what happened, but these have a special piece on the bottom, right down here, on this part right here, that had the hidden hood latches. So I feel like maybe it was just pulling on it a little too much, but anyway, it literally fell off going down the road. How it didn't mess anything up, I don't know how I didn't hear it. I don't know. And how it didn't hit any of the 18 tires behind it or 16 tires behind it in some way, shape, form, or fashion. I have no idea. But anyway, Derek, I called and he sent us a new one. He did not, however, send us the bottom latch thing. So we're gonna have to get creative there. But I had a little change of heart midstream on it. Kelderman actually had a set that comes with their kit. NewGen had already built that set for us and sent it to me. So I didn't run Kelderman's, but after looking at it, theirs might be just as good. So I went ahead and had them send me these up. It took a little while to get that piece, and honestly, I didn't know if it was ever going to come. But hey, it's here. So here's the unboxing of the Keldermans. All right, so remember when I said we were going to test drive a truck? Well, it wouldn't start, so we never test drove it, but we're going to today. And then we're going to take this sneak peek project on a little road trip right there. All right, let's go. All right, so the little green truck did good. Everything checked out. It had a vibration in it before, some drive line, maybe issues or a rear end. I think they put a rear end in it or whatever. But anyway, she drives fine. So I guess they fixed her right on up. So I'm gonna give it a thumbs up. Let's check this out right here. I'm just gonna flip the camera around. So I've shown these trucks before. This would be considered one of our older trucks. These were gliders that we acquired from somebody else. But Red Devil just did a polish on it. Looks pretty good. As you know, these fenders are problematic to make perfect. This one's got a couple little road scars in it. But yeah, they touched it up for us and got us looking pretty good. So pride in class model. I think we have 2 or 3 of these maybe. So Desert Storm #1 right there, flat top version. And then you have the first 589 3-axle that we got. And then of course the new black one that hasn't went out on the road just yet. So these 2 trucks right here, I believe, well, not that one, but these trucks right here are some of them that we bought one time. I've talked about that we just bought. These were have automatics in them. So it was just too good of a deal to turn down. So somebody ordered them and didn't take them. So, all right. So this is going to be a down the road segment, not for showing now, but a sneak peek at this truck. This is Thomas's. He bought this from a friend of ours, Bryce Brown. This is a legacy truck, really cool little truck. We're going to change a couple things about it that T wants to change. He's going to use this personally himself. They move a little bit of equipment around local. All right, so truck's dropped off. You'll see more about it. I made some videos, but I'm not ready to release those. But anyway, that's what we're doing today. Drop the truck off in Henderson, Texas, at East Texas Truck Collision. We're gonna go see the man with the plan right now about it. All right, so Bird came to pick us up. He's our personal Uber today. And we're tracking pickups because we don't know where they are. We found them, we found some. Anyway, went to Burles. I call it Burles because that's what it was in the day, but it's actually East Texas Truck Collision now. But anyway, we went down there and dropped that truck off and talked about some other projects we got going in there. So got all that worked out. Now we're heading back to Kilgore. About a 20 minute, 30 minute? Yeah, 30 minute drive. So here we go. All right, so we were going to work on this first thing this morning. That did not happen. We ended up test driving trucks and shuffling trucks around. But hey, this light, no working. So we're going to fix it. That seems to be the only one getting this truck ready. That one cab light looks a little weird. Yeah, that cab light looks a little, we're going to work on that. So fix the cab light, fix that light. Anyway, that's what we're doing. Let's go. Every now and then you get caught with your pants down. So this light is out right there. You can see. I went to my stash of lights to grab a new one and I don't have any of these. And that's a problem because these are not easy to get with the deadline that I'm in. So, by the way, cab light came back on by itself. Now I'll probably have to fix it eventually, but I'm gonna leave it alone for now. We're gonna go see what options we have locally. All right, so light is fixed. I can't even tell you what a nightmare that was. Unpreparedness is the main key. So I had to get a light that doesn't match the others because I can't get one that fast. Doesn't look that bad to get. I was gonna arrive a light from down below underneath the truck where you really couldn't tell, but I was gonna have to pull a back plate off to get to the wiring. Then I was gonna have to go back in and fix it at another time. So it makes way more sense to just half-ass this one for now to get us through the show. But anyway, lights in there. I can't even tell you how many mistakes I made. Don't even want to talk about it. Cab light's back off again. So since I still got the hood up, I'm gonna fix it right quick. We topped this off with antifreeze. Light was on, barely. So I know it's just a little bit low. These trucks do use just a little bit of antifreeze because they run hotter. So pretty common. Poured, I don't know, very little in there. But we're gonna fix this cab light right quick and then we should be ready to put this thing on the ROAD. We're gonna load up a few things in it since we're already all hot and sweaty. All right, yeah, so we're gonna do that. Let's get it. Modern Hades, we had one more light out. All lights are burning now. We laid on the concrete, which was basically like climbing in an oven. A little bit of shade did help. But anyway, all lights are burning and we're done with that. All right, so we got our purple pressure all laid out here. All the lights are burning. We loaded up most of our cleaning supplies, stuff like that we need in there. Gosh, she's such a little beauty. I'm actually really stoked to drive her tomorrow. We're gonna run through Red Devil. Can't even talk. We're gonna run through Red Devil first in the morning. Probably just get her back to square one. See how clean we can stay getting up there, and then we can maybe just rinse off when we get to Perryville. We're gonna meet up with the boys up there. Did have to do some questionable stuff today to get her going, but that's just kind of the way it always is. Night before the show, we are gonna go grab laundry, suitcases, bags, that kind of thing, throw in here, and then we're pretty much ready to rock. It's about 6 in the evening, I think. So, yeah, let's go. All right, we are packed up. We are on the road. We're gonna run to Red Devil, get washed up right quick. I'll shoot a little bit of video of that probably, and then we're gonna get on the road to Missouri. I'm trying to get up there by this afternoon. We're a little behind, but we didn't have a locked-in schedule, so we'll see what happens. All right, so we didn't get here first thing, and there's a little bit of line. They do have a bay down right now. They're getting some repair done to it, so that's hurting us just a little bit, because there's only 2 bays running. Usually this time of morning, you can get in and out. We should have got here a little early, though. It's fine. We're just going to get them this open water, spray us off. We just have some dust and stuff, and then we'll dry it down. We'll just get rid of all the water spots and stuff that we got from rain that it was in a couple weeks ago. And we might have the boys just hit our wheels right quick by hand. I don't know. I'm gonna see about that. It doesn't look like they're doing anything. That would save me some time up on the other end. So anyway, yeah, that's what we're doing. Truck's regenerating, of course. We don't drive this truck quite enough to keep it cleaned out all the time. So we'll let it do its thing right there. We got 2 in front of us. Let's check out what I got going on over here, though. This is why people ask us all the time, do we own Red Devil? No, we don't, but we have a truck here that obviously got polished not too long ago. This is a winch truck setup, sleeper winch, as we call it. I like white. They're doing a driver ready, so they're gonna detail that whole interior and get it ready for a new driver. So we got one of them here. Oh, what's this? Another one here. This one's probably a full driver ready too. You can see they haven't washed it yet. Sometimes they detail the front first. 589, getting that interior all right. Oh, and what's this? Oh, yeah, another Southern truck. Somebody's jamming in this one. Another full driver ready. This one could use a little polish, but I don't know if they're doing it or not. There you go. 1, 2, 3 Southern trucks. Getting them all ready for some new drivers. Do we need to talk about how sexy that thing is? Jeez. I'm so excited to drive this rig this weekend, to be honest with you. This truck is banging. Look at it. Would you just look at it? Good looking flat top sitting there behind us as well. And a cow truck pulled in over there, as you can see. And there's a little tanker over here also that's pretty nice. Right there. So, flat top city. So basically they're just going to soap and water us off for the most part, spray us off because we are pretty clean. There are some problems, a couple areas that are pretty dirty. I asked them to hit. Other than that, we're just going to knock it off, get it around towel dry. It's the most important part. And tires shine it up and get out of here. All right, so they did give us a run around real quick on the wheels, or they're doing it right now. We're towel dry down. We're just going to clean the front windows and we're going to roll. We're going to get on the road. Can't go on any more about what a beautiful truck this thing is. So happy to drive it today. So, but I'll be glad to get on the road. Hot out here. So if you got your handy dandy notebook out, just been on the phone this morning with Peterbilt Steve, Brian from Semi Casual, and Derek from Chrome Shop Mafia. What do all these people have in common? They're on my calendar. I don't know, both of those actually. They're both in it and on it. For Labor Day. What's happening Labor Day? Well, stay tuned and you'll see it probably in the next episode after this Laid Back on I-55 show, the road to No Coast Large Cars. Well, actually, it'll be after No Coast Large Cars, because No Coast Large Cars is Labor Day weekend. Anyway, but those 3 people all are on my calendar for Monday, the 7th of September. And we've been on the phone lining that out this morning. I'm excited about what all that means and what that is. So, stay tuned for that little side note. We are in Texarkana at this point. Just got on the big road, I-30, and we're going to cruise up to Little Rock and catch I-40 and do a little more trucking. So, yeah, let's go. All right, we are close to Little Rock now, and putting some miles on this little unit, guiding this truck. Let's answer the phone. All right, so that was a friend of ours checking in. He's in the trucks, people that know some information. So anyway, this truck drives phenomenal. This may be the best driving truck I've ever driven, period. Definitely one of the best driving trucks that we've had at Southern. I don't know if it's because we added that extra axle and a little bit of weight that adds makes a difference. Is it because it has 22 low pros on it? I don't know. I don't know what it is, but this truck drives phenomenal. It is very fun to drive, very relaxing. Yeah, love the whole dash layout, and I'm really excited about showing this off this weekend. I haven't shown this truck off in a while. There's some people that's coming to the show that's never seen this truck, so they're kind of excited to see it, which makes me excited. This truck is pretty easy to clean because you can't really see any of the underrunnings of it. You just got to kind of hit the outsides and you're golden. So anyway, that's what we're doing. That's what's up. That's what's happening. Excited to get up there tonight. I think everybody's just kind of cleaning up and hanging out tonight. It seems like there's a pretty good posse of people coming tonight. Big hitters, big namers. So excited. Always fun to brush shoulders with those guys. Also, on the dream come true side, some of these people I never thought I would even ever meet, much less become friends with them. You know, listen, I used to watch all of Peterbilt Steve's videos and be like, man, how do you, can you just stop by Joplin and meet Peterbilt Steve? You know, like I didn't know. Same with oh gosh, why am I going blank? Clint Moore, which I know now personally. Both of those guys I've always kind of looked up to. Obviously, Clint's been doing it a long time, and Peterbilt Steve's kind of doing something similar, I guess. But both of those guys, I think I got Clint's number now. But I definitely, not only did I meet Steve, I work with Steve on a daily basis. We're in a ton of email threads, which is new. He's been trying to get that going for a while. I was a little reluctant to getting on board with that. I like the email chain. I used to work a job that was straight emails, which I guess is one reason why I was reluctant to do it, because I just didn't want to get back into being so reliant on checking email after email after email. But anyway, all that being said, we have an email per truck now, so there really can't be anything that gets confusing. So we got a lot of those things lined out. But not only am I email chatting with them per day, we're on the phone chatting, and anytime I'm in Tulsa, we usually go get dinner or lunch or breakfast or something. So pretty big turnaround from hoping I could meet a guy one day to becoming really good friends with him. Same with Brian and Semi-Casual. So yeah, I mean, those guys, some other guys we're going to meet up here. So anyway, I'm going to cruise on up. I just wanted to say that, the dream that came true, I wanted to drive show trucks. That part's happening right now, but that's not even the coolest part. The coolest part actually is all the people that we've met, that we know on a personal basis, that we get to see from time to time at shows. It is almost the cooler part. And being involved with calling those guys up, hey, I had this idea, you know what I mean? Like, I could call JR with an idea and we could probably build it in 2 weeks, you know what I mean? Or even know somebody that could build it. So having those capabilities in your back pocket are pretty cool. So anyway, we're cruising on to Little Rock. We're going to get on through there and get on up and then turn on I-55 headed north. So let's go. Hey guys and gals, it's Sturgis right now. I wanted to bring that up. So a lot of bikes up there, a lot of my buddies are up there. Hope everybody's good. Hope you have a safe trip home. It is Thursday, so tonight would be Jackal night at Full Throttle. I've seen Jackal a few times, whether you love them or hate them or think they're not that good or whatever, but they put on a pretty good show. I'm more usually into music than the showmanship, but sometimes they both go together. But yeah, the Jackal just came on the radio. Big band for when I was growing up. I was pretty into them. So one of these days, I'm going to incorporate all that together and make it happen. I don't know how. I've already tried to do that, but I'm going to be a Jackal. There's Truck Show Joe. I don't know. I don't want to say too much about it, but it's going to happen. But anyway, besides all that, I feel amazing today. And I don't know if it's just because I took it a little bit easy and things kind of clicked on getting this truck ready to where I didn't have to go crazy and do a bunch of stuff. I was able to rest a little bit more and take it kind of easy leading into this. Or the fact that I just like driving this truck. Is it just because I'm excited about this truck? But I have a feeling it has to do with something I did this morning. I added something to my routine this morning. I have an exercise routine, and I would like to be clear. I have been pretty off of it for a little bit of time. I've been slacking. But the last couple days and the last couple weeks, I've been trying to get back on it. But today, I added something called the resting swan exercise, or I don't know if it's an exercise or a maneuver, but it is a yoga type move. Okay, I've talked about that. I do very simple exercises and a couple of yoga moves that I have added in. Generally, my exercise routine: jumping jacks, push-ups. I have a couple other things I do that I learned from a couple different things I was trying, but most of those are just because I feel like I can feel stuff moving. I can feel muscles working, so to me, in my brain, they seem productive. I seem to get something out of them because I can literally feel the muscles moving and working. So that's kind of how I set up my exercise routine. But I did this resting swan. I'm not really going to go into detail on here explaining what it is because it'd be hard to understand. But basically, go look it up. It's basically like something you do on the floor, and it just stretches your body out. And apparently, it releases your hips, which apparently a lot of tension and stuff is gathered up in that part of the body. There's a few of these things that I've been reading about lately about exercising your legs and different things that release different things in your body. I don't know. Hey, 90% of this crap, I think, just like if you believe it and you do it and you feel good about it, that's really all that matters. I guess kind of like the Stillwood song, whatever that means to you is whatever it means to you. So, yeah, speaking of the Stillwoods' new live album coming out, check out the Stillwoods if you don't already know who they are. Put them on, jam them in your deal, and go do some exercises. You know what I'm saying? You'd be surprised what a little bit per day will do for you. But I feel great today, and I did this resting swan. You're supposed to do 3 to 5 minutes. I'll be honest, I was starting to have some cramps or having some uncomfortability, so I only did about 3 minutes per side. I did look at it again. I told somebody else about it. They looked it up. I may have done it a little bit wrong, which may have been why I was having the cramp. But anyway, I'm trying it in the morning. You can bet your ass. I may even do it again tonight. If that is why I feel good today, that will be in the routine, and I'll be talking much more about it. So just to mention about it right now. But if I feel like it really is a thing, I'll be talking about it much more in the upcoming weeks. So I really do feel amazing. This is probably the best I've felt in a while. I'm kind of even pumped about it. So I thought that was worth mentioning on here. Hey, y'all comment. I mean, I don't know if y'all give a crap about all this crap I'm talking about or not. I'm just trying to share. I mean, I'm really just trying to put it out there. Like, what am I doing? This is what I'm doing. These are the thoughts I'm having. You know, I've read some books. David Allen Coe put out a book when he was about 50 called Whoops-a-Daisy. It's on YouTube if you care about that. David Allen Coe wrote this book about thoughts he was having and feelings he was having at about 50 years old. And I think if anybody reads that, you'll figure out what an interesting guy he was straight across the board. Probably more normal than a lot of people thought he was. Now, I know he's done some kind of crazy things, been involved in a crazy life and all that. So, but go check that book out. But I found it very interesting how a man at 50 was thinking. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Little flowers there. Sorry. Anyway, I thought it was very interesting at his view of life at that age. So I'm, here I am. Maybe you find it interesting. I don't know. I'll pass it along. Maybe you don't. Tell me, hey, why don't you shut up about your life and just talk about show truck stuff or something, which I can totally do. So I'm looking for feedback on these videos. Definitely interested in that. I have gotten the feedback on the videos about the music. I'm going to try to change the music so it ain't so much. I just hate changing tracks every time. Also, one reason for that, not that I gotta defend myself, but I'm going to. Some people are talking about, well, you use the same music for like so many minutes. Some of that music I can't use for a long time. So when I find a track I can, I just kind of run with it. Sometimes it like cuts that when I go to, after I get done editing it, excuse me, it wants me to change it. It becomes a whole problem. So that's one reason why when I find one that works, I just run it. But anyway, all right, looking for feedback. Let me know what you're seeing. Let me know what you're checking out. Let me know what you like, what you don't like. I'm going to get off here. Remember that resting swan if you care about that side of things, because I think I'm going to be talking about it more in the future. If it's why I feel so good today, and I got a weird feeling that it is. But anyway, let's get it. Let's go down the road here. Alrighty, guys and gals, Truck Show Joe here. We are about 7 miles out from where we're going tonight. To James' shop, I think is where we're going. It's very hot up here. They've been giving out heat warnings on the radio, so this weekend's going to be a little toasty. Maybe we can navigate that. No problem. Truck's done amazing. Trip's been pretty much perfect. I really haven't any problem. A little bit of traffic, but you run into that from time to time. Anyway, we're up here basically. Does this end the road to Berryville, Missouri, laid back on I-55 version of this episode? Maybe. I don't know. We'll see what we get in tonight and see if I want to film it or not. Otherwise, it'll be on the next episode, which will be coverage of the laid back on I-55 show. So anyway, all right, that's what we're doing. That's what's up. Let's go check out and see what kind of shenanigans we get into. Joe here, as you can imagine, a party broke out. We are at I-55 Chrome Shop, Steagle's shop. Her pressure's right here, parked up. Got Butternut beside us. A bunch of cool people here. Some trucks already here. We're not moving in until tomorrow. Just learned that. So anyway, everybody's hanging out eating fish and some buffalo dip that Chris Pfeiffer made. Banging. Let's go. Anyway, Big Rig Video, shout out. There you go. Yeah, we're gonna go back to partying and hanging out with cool people. So. Hey Brian, so the news on the street is that you just hired a driver for your truck.
I did, and I got a pretty good deal out of it. I've been looking for someone to drive. I don't have a large budget, and so basically gummy bears and little Kool-Aid snack drink boxes, juice boxes.
He's gonna get it done.
He's gonna get it done.
Right. Okay. And when is he coming in a minute to do?
He's coming in a minute. We're gonna get him. We're gonna get him in the truck. He's gonna do his
pre-trip
and test drive. If all that checks out, we're gonna stick him on the road today.
Okay. We're gonna come back in a minute when he gets here. Oh. Great. Well, now I got to clean my whole truck again.
Sorry.
Like I say, guys, riprap. So, is this a new driver right here? Are you excited about this new job? Yeah. I don't know. He's a little undecided.
I know it.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna be fine.
You know what?
He'll knock you right out. He'll be good.
When you start a new job, you should be a little bit nervous.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll come back when you've had a day or two in the seat. All right, so it's Friday morning. We've already been involved in some truck show shenanigans. Brian from Semi Casual with Butternut here. We've got the boss man from Chrome Shop Mafia right over there. Chris Pfeiffer is somewhere. Big Rig Videos. Everybody's just kind of cleaning just a little bit and getting ready to move up into town. Very hot here, so everybody's trying to stay out of that. A&N Transport, big shout out to them. They did us a favor at the show, so huge shout out to them. Thank you so much. But yeah, just friends of friends here. Lots of friends of friends. We are knocking the truck out, not getting crazy. This is a non-judge show, so we don't have to get crazy clean. We stayed pretty clean. We're just going to need to hit the top of the stacks. I'm fixing to run up and do the visor and the windows and stuff. So let's knock that out. So they let us inside to hit our stacks. Top stacks are done. We use that ladder right there. Thank you. Big shout out to Steagles for letting us use the shop. We're going to back out so somebody else can use it. We're good enough to go do what we need to do. What is going on? My beard is always so jacked up. Jeez. Anyway, so that's what we're doing. Let's go. Sir. Who's this? Sir, are you filming? Are you filming for some type of a platform?
No, I'm actually. So listen, I'm trying to be like this guy on here who all he does is drive show trucks around, like he's something special.
Hold on, wait a minute. You're saying there's a guy that just goes around the show showing trucks.
As far as we know, I don't think he does anything else.
He just goes around showing trucks at truck shows.
Dang, that camera looks good. What's up, dog?
So we hit one bug I can see like right, I don't know, right there somewhere. So I am gonna get up there and clean that, but we're pretty much done. I'm just hitting this bumper a little bit and we're out, we're done. That's all the cleaning we're doing. Our inside's already pretty good. I might bump it just in the morning. Like I said, a lot of really cool people at the show. So we're gonna try to hang out with them and not do a bunch of cleaning. I mean, look at it. Yeah, so we're just down the street. Our hotel or apartment thing's right over there. Bar's right there on the corner. We're by all the important stuff. Let's go.